And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today is March 15th, 2021, and I am making 2 episodes today. This is episode 1. They are going to be on the quicker side for a change. Episode 1 of today is Drew Brees. And he finally announced his retirement yesterday by having his kids announce it on his Instagram account, which is a neat and cool way to do it, to be honest. All I can say is we knew this was coming. It's about time he actually made it official. We could tell throughout the season he just didn't really look like himself, especially with throwing the long ball, the deep ball. But overall, he's had a stellar 20-year career. The first 5 with the Chargers, now in LA, it used to be San Diego. And the last 15 with the New Orleans Saints. You know, his 2020 season stats were he threw for 2,942 yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and had a completion percentage of 70.5%, which is still pretty good considering the time that he was out with injuries. Yet, you could tell on Brees' performance at times that he just wasn't the same. I think his body finally started breaking down more than he let on, and he just knew that it was time to go. And not to mention, he had to contend with Brady in his division, and he tried to, make one more Super Bowl run at it, and came up short. But there is no doubt that he's walking into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Drew Brees, number 9, exits the game as the all-time leader in passing yards, although that's probably going to be broken by Brady, with 80,358, 571 touchdowns, which is second all-time, and an all-time completion percentage of 67.7%. Some of his major accolades he accomplished over the years was he was a Super Bowl 44 champ and MVP. He also had the highest single-season completion percentage with 74.4%. And he's also one of the few quarterbacks that threw for 7 touchdowns in a single game. And he was also the Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2006. I've watched Brees for years, and his potent accuracy was off the charts. His love for the game and competitiveness was top-notch. And not to mention, he helped revitalize the city of New Orleans. As Brees came to the team the year after Hurricane Katrina devastated that city, and with the combination of Sean Payton, Reggie Bush, and among many others, they built a Super Bowl caliber winning team and gave the city of New Orleans something to hope for, cheer for, and relish in sweet victory after a devastating natural disaster that crippled the city. It's no doubt Drew Brees will go down as one of the greatest players to play the game of football. And we all knew that NBC got to him, I think about a couple years ago, when they said, hey, when you retire, come work with us. in the broadcast booth as an analyst or on the pregame or something. Instead of taking the hits on the field, Drew Brees is going to be dishing out analysis on all the Sunday night football games for next season and beyond. We won't know how long it lasts, but who knows? Anything is possible these days. Brees will go down as one of the classiest players to ever grace the field. Although he's pretty short for a quarterback, standing only 6 feet tall, he did put up a lot of towering numbers throughout the years. And I have to say that shoulder held up pretty well after he had surgery on it in the end of the 2005 season, where he almost became a Dolphin at the time. With Nick Saban coaching the Dolphins, Saban wanted Drew Brees as his quarterback. But the Dolphins team physicians thought that the shoulder would not last, and therefore pretty much said, no, we're not going to take a chance. And that pretty much was led to the downfall of Nick Saban's pretty much saying, you know what, screw this, I'm going back to Alabama. You know, we could play what if all day long, but what if the Dolphins said, you know what, Saban, you want this guy? We're going to take a chance on him. Now, could Brees have won a Super Bowl with the Dolphins? Could Nick Saban actually got a Lombardi trophy? Would Saban actually, a couple years, said, you know what, the heck with this, I'm going back to college? I mean, the success the guy has had with Alabama is second to none. I don't think no one's going to be able to duplicate that. What Saban has done in college football is pretty much what Belichick has done in the NFL. But aside from that, not many teams thought Brees' shoulder was to hold up. And it was Sean Payton, when he became coach of the Saints, after being a offensive coordinator for the Cowboys under Bill Parcells, the quarterback Sean Payton wanted was Brees. I think he helped convince Brees, look, come to New Orleans. We can revitalize this franchise, and we can lift this city up from the ashes. And that is what will be part of Drew Brees' legacy. Although he has only one Super Bowl is enough to get into Canton. One Super Bowl in his many list of accolades puts him in the conversation as one of the greats. The greatest of all time? No. Most accurate passer of all time? Most likely. And Brees proved to everybody that doubted him and doubted that shoulder that it held. And it mainly held for close to 15 years, give or take. So to number 9, Drew Brees, thank you. You have always been fun to watch during games, especially your pre-game hype speeches. Your fiery competitiveness will live on, especially on Sunday Night Football in some way. And with the kids that you have, they can now see their dad be more part of their lives as Mr. Drew Brees closes one chapter, hangs up the cleats, and opens another. And if stadium naming rights wasn't a money-making machine like they are now, I wouldn't be surprised if New Orleans named the stadium after you. Welcome to Drew Brees Superdome. Not likely. But hey, I'm pretty sure they'll probably name a couple streets after you. Or maybe a section of the stadium they haven't already. And I thought this was going to be a quicker episode. Turns out it wasn't. But anyway, happy retirement, number 9, Drew Brees. And the next episode, which I'm about to record in the next few minutes, is Dak Prescott's contract. And then that's it for football for a few weeks. I'm RJ with the Sports Buzz. And I'll catch you on the flip side.